In this talk, we try to build a dynamic sort such that if I change some numbers, they automatically get updated, and I will have a sort on a part of my Excel workbook. Suppose that it is end of semester, I have the grade of students and their names, and then I make some changes in midterm grade, in quizzes. Student come and say that was correct, this was not, and I fix them, and I always want to have a sorted list. This is not doable if I could do this. Look here, mark these 3 columns. Suppose blue column is student grade. Red column are random numbers. I later use them as student grade. Suppose I want to sort them based on the grades from large to small. So I go to data, I'll go to sort, I click on this, I go here, I say sort column E from largest value to smallest value, and then I click OK. So now these numbers are there. However, if I come here and I type 100, it will not go on the top. It will still be here. Okay? I want to develop a model such that when I change that somewhere, for example here, all numbers are still sorted and the name of the students are also in front of them. So we are back to the original form of this Excel page. The first thing I do here, equal to rank. Rank of what? Rank of this number with respect to the all numbers in that column. F4 to lock it. Enter. Rank 76, and then I copy it. Then I can say equal to large here, lock it, comma, and 1. Or I can, instead of 1, I can go here and click on this one, large and 1. And then I can write it for all. If I didn't have 292s here, 291s here, 290s here, 587s here, I could have used some functions in Excel. I could have found this number and put the name of the student, which is in column C, in front of it. But unfortunately, there are 587. They are not identical. One of the 87s is connected to K, one is to L, one is to M, and so on and so forth. Therefore, I need to find a way to make these numbers identical. So I come here, go here, equal to count if from this point to itself, but I make the first one absolute, from absolute F3 to relative F3, how many times you said this? Obviously I get 1. Now when I copy it down, because this is from absolute F3 to relative F3, this becomes F4 and this becomes F4. So copy it down. From F3 to F4, how many times have you seen F4? 1. And then I copy it down and down and down. Okay. From F3 to F10, how many times have you seen 21? And then I go here from here to here, we have seen 21 3 times. We have seen 84 from F3 to F29. We have seen 38 3 times. And then we go down. So this 5 tells me I have seen 54 5 times. Then I come here, equal to, if this one is equal to 1, comma, put the rank. If it is not, put the rank plus this one, for example, divided by 10. You can make it divided by 100 or whatever. Enter. It is 76. This one, 43. This one, 50, 10, and so on. Here, because I see 21 for the second time, it becomes 21.2. Or I could have said that equal to this one plus this one divided by 10. Enter. So that is 76.1. Says we have seen it once. 43.1, 50.1, 86.1, 20.1, 21.2. That means all those previous numbers, we have seen them once, and this one, we have seen it twice. This is 21.1, while it was 21 here, and here it is 21.2, while it was 21 here. Now we can differentiate this 21 with this 21. Why? Because in front of this 21, I have student E, and in front of this 21, I have a student named H. Therefore, if I refer to 21, I don't know is it this one, E, or if it is H. But by this trick, now I know that 21.1 is E, and 21.2 is H. So I go down. Now, all numbers are unique. I have a unique number in front of every name. Now I come here, equal to this one. And then I go down. Correct? Okay. So now I have unique numbers in front of each name, which tells me the rank of that person. Equal to small. Small of what? Small of this column or this column, because this column A is now exactly the same as column K. Now I work with column K. Later on I will let you know why I created column A. I type small, this array, and I lock it, comma, and 1. Or instead of 1, I could have typed rows from here to here, but I make the first one absolute. And then I don't need 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have small, and from K3 to K3, which is 1, small and 1, which is 1.1. Here, small, and from K3 to K4, how many numbers are there from K3 to K4? 2 numbers, small and 2, and so on. Now I know who is the smallest one, who is the next small, who is the third small, and so on. Therefore, what I can do here, I can say equal to VLOOKUP. We look up this value and VLOOKUP table. The reason that I type these numbers over there is because the value that we are looking for in VLOOKUP table should be in column 1. Therefore, I have typed those 76.1, not over there here, because I want to find the name and I want to find the grade. So it is in this table, and I am looking for grade which is in column E. And then I copy it down and lock it. 4, comma. So we are looking for 1.1 where? In this matrix. As soon as we find it, we want to look at column 1, 2, 3, which is the name of the student, and 3 to get the name of the student. And then we say exactly find the name. Don't find the name between two values. Find it exactly. Enter. It is B1. So the person who has got 95 is B1. Student B1 has got 95. And then we go to the second, third, and all students. Okay? These are the names. Now, these names are unique. We don't have two students with exactly the same name. I can use this equal to VLOOKUP. This name, comma, this matrix, I like it, 4, comma, column not 1, not 2, but 3, column 3, and exactly that value. And this is its value. But because it is possible that we have two people exactly with the same name, but they are different people, it was even better if we have used VLOOKUP, again the unique rank value, because that is unique, that is not repeated for any student, and then I mark these 5 columns, F4, comma, the number is in column not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. Column 5, and I want an exact value. Therefore, now I have sorted my data. Let's now work with random values. So I come here, instead of rank of this column, I'll go for rank of this column, which is random, always changing. Okay? Enter, and I copy it down. Then rank, it is not related to this column, it is related to this one. And then I copy it down. And then repeat it, goes for the same thing. This goes for the same thing, is correct. Unique rank goes for the same thing. 1, 2, 3, still it's column 1, 2, 3, so we don't need to be worried about this 1, 2. And here, instead of column 5, I should put column 4. Enter, and copy down. Now, no matter how my data is changed, my students are always sorted here from larger value to the smallest value. That is one way of doing it. That is how we learn VLOOKUP. Now let's do something else, match and index. For match, I really don't need this first column. Then I come here and I say equal to match. Match the smallest value which you have here, match it with what? Comma, that is the smallest value. Match it with this column, the number in this column, F4 and 0. Find the exact match. It is in position 77. So position 77, we have a start from there. This is position 77. and the best student is in position 77 here, as long as this list is concerned. So we found the position of the smallest one, the second smallest one, and so on and so forth. Now I come here and I type equal to index. Index, which array? Name array. 4, comma, and what? And this position 72. What name is in position 72? It is Z. Now it is 26. I copy it down because things are continually changing. Let me, instead of the variable column, let me do it for the fixed column. So I come back here for the fixed column, here for the fixed column, enter, copy it down, and then the rest is fine. So now for grade, equal to index. Index, what array looking at? Gray array. And therefore, comma, you are looking for what position? This position. Enter, has 95, and so on. The names are sorted based on their grades. If I want to go back and take this to the random column, enter, and copy down, then I should come here and instead of this column I should go over there. Now everything remains sorted, no matter if the data are changing. I could have made this two in one cell, copy, I come here, and instead of saying looking at Q3, I can say Control V, enter, and then I can find it. And for this one also, I can remove Q3 and paste the same thing, enter, and copy down. And then I can go ahead and delete this column. Now everything is sorted over there. VLOOKUP doesn't show those values because I removed these from over there. If I go and say equal to this one, enter, copy down, things go to the same way as they are. So in this talk we learned small and large, we learned rank, we learned count if, we learned the trick to put a decimal point in front of a number if we see it for 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. More importantly, we learned VLOOKUP, and even more important than that, we learned match and index. Please play with this file and make sure you learn all the material, and these functions enabled us to have a dynamic sort. If you know better ways, let's discuss it in class, in our flipped class. Thank you very much for being with me.